Good frozen Monday morning. Please say hello as you come in this morning. I'm enjoying the view of the snow. I don't want to be out there in it, but I'm enjoying the beauty of it. I'm sitting in front of the fireplace because it seems to be the only place I can be warm today. So no porch, no cattle sounds, just me and, well, my coffee. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome. Like I said, please say hello as you go. Hi, Sally. How are you? Hey, Sandy. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Oh, I'm thawing out. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm having calls come through. Everybody's calling to check on us. Good morning, Denise. I know for a lot of you, the snow and this negative wind chill temperatures is the norm. For me, it's like a blizzard came through. Good morning, Miss Joan. Hi, Sheila and Debbie Corbett. How are you? Hi, Jennifer. Yes, you got me live. Happy President's Day. Happy Stay at Home and Bundled Up Day. It is. Look at that. I've been having this thing going since Friday night. Saturday morning. Yeah, not Friday night. No, Friday night, yes. We got home. Well, I'm so glad to have you here live with us as well, Jennifer. I hope you are all safe and warm. My bonus son's husband stepped outside on his porch yesterday morning, I believe it was. Yes, yesterday, Valentine's Day, and fell. He broke his leg in 2 places. So y'all be careful out there. If you don't have to go out, don't. And if you do, be especially careful. In particular, us here in the South that aren't used to this kind of stuff and don't know what to look for. Good morning, Micah. Good morning. Heat wave at 9 now. Still feels like -8 and more snow coming midweek. I'm over it. Happy Monday morning, Bobby. Yeah. We've got a -7, feels like. Oh, what? And 11 degrees, I believe it is outside, even with the sun. It's okay. It's beautiful, and I'm going to be grateful for the beauty of it and grateful that I have a roof over my head that I can look at it through the window. Good morning, Janet. Yes, we did. I think we had about 4 inches. Yes, Jesse, we are. The South isn't prepared for this kind of weather. Our roads aren't. Nothing is. So we shut down. Good morning from Massachusetts. Wow. It's one state I really, really want to go to. All of the upper east states I want to go to. 6 inches. Jesse said we had 6 inches. There you go. That's what I know. Hey, Ruben. Are you warm over there? Hi, Miss Zaretsky. How are you? Good morning, Cheryl. Y'all, I believe just about the whole country's in the deep freeze. The beauty for us is next week we'll be in the 60s and 70s. So this won't last for us. I'm so sorry for those of you that will. My husband fell on the ice last week and broke his leg. Oh, Sheila. Good morning, Jane. Yeah, icy. That's what I always worry about is the ice more than anything for us here. But we got that really fine snow here, that dusting. It's really nice. Yeah, they woke me. Good morning, Anna. Yes, girl, I got my hot coffee right here. Yeah, Ruben, here we got notified that they're going to be doing rolling blackouts because we're all using so much more power than normal. And when they do that, they last about 20 minutes or so. And then, you know, it kicks back on. So I've got computers unplugged, things like that. Y'all are getting the snow in Kentucky, 8 to 10 inches in Louisville. Oh, wow. See, I'm not made for that. I love it. It's beautiful. And we here in Central Texas, we get snow, you know, maybe every 4 or 5 years or so. Well, I'm glad it did. Miss you guys. Hey, Del Morel, how are you? Ohio is supposed to get 6 to 12. Oh, y'all. Trina, snow, freezing, rolling blackout. Slept not much because of no heat. My last 4 hours here. Wow. Good morning, Christina. We have nothing but cold and rain in Alabama. Supposed to get some ice and snow. The accumulation predictions go down by the hour, sadly. We want a little snow. Yeah, if I had to choose, I'd take the snow over that icy stuff any day. And don't get me wrong, I think it's beautiful, and I feel I'm grateful for that beauty, and it just makes everything look so crisp and clean and fresh and new. I just don't like the cold part of it. And this year, the cold has bothered me more than most years. It is cozy. Thank you. It's I'm sitting here because it's where I can be warm. Wills Point, Texas has 6 inches as well. Wow. Micah, we have maybe 4-inch snow trucks for the county, and one is in the ditch early morning. We are not equipped here. Guessing about 4 or 5 inches, saying another 5 to 8 Wednesday. Wow. Oh, no. No, that's not good, Bobby. I would hog-tie Jessica and keep her here. Keep her from driving in this mess. Good morning, Becky. No, not on the patio. Actually, the wind was blowing it, so the patio, porch, all of them are covered with snow. So even if I wanted to, it wouldn't be. I'd have had to, I don't know what you do, scrape it off or something. Cheryl. Wow. How fun. Yeah, my husband wants to go ride on the ranch and check everything out. I'm like, yeah, no, probably not. Oh, in Pennsylvania, y'all aren't having the snow right now? Oh, it's probably coming your way then. Yes, we're still in Texas. I will be leaving Friday for Tennessee for our wine and design with Dylan and Drea, and the temperatures there are forecast to be in the 40s and 50s during the day there. So I got to go to the mountains of Tennessee to get warm. Good morning, Michelle. How are ya? Good morning, Debbie. Well, I am reminded, and so that's probably what the base subject for today is, with all this snow and everything being so different. You have more snow than we have in North Dakota. We just have the frigid temps. Oh, North Dakota. Show you the snow. I'll tell you what, I will walk out to the door before this live is over and show you the snow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The ranch is so gorgeous with this. It really is. And it will basically water the grass and everything as well. So that will be nice. Not seeing any of the cattle or anything. They're kind of hidden. By the way, I love North Dakota. Both the Dakotas. I just wouldn't want to live there because y'all get flatland colds. So today I thought we would talk about change. Fear of change, really. That is something that I am so guilty of. Good morning, Pam. Misty, it's colder here in Texas than it is in Alaska. Crazy. My husband went to help our pastor unfreeze his pipes. Oh. Yeah. I just hope it's a weird quietness you get with this. Absolutely. It is very, very quiet where you can hear, the leaves rattle. Of course, they rattle in a different way in the snow. But it's certainly a nice time for reflection. Good morning, Colleen. Keep your faucets on trickle so they don't freeze. Oh, we do. We do. Oh, sorry, Colleen. It's not snowing here now. It's supposed to be really pretty this afternoon and tomorrow. Still very, very cold for us. And then we have another front coming through that's supposed to bring more snow. We'll see on Wednesday. So when I talk about the fear of change, I am so guilty. Good morning, Miss Joyce. I am so guilty of that. I always have been. I've always wondered, is it because I have this need to have control over my life and over situations? Which is funny because most of the time we don't have control over what's going on around us and in our lives. So you would think that this would not be a problem for me, but it is. We wrapped our pipes with heating pads under our sink. We didn't do that. Maybe we should. I don't know. But we have a well house that froze. And we don't have well water here in the house, but there was a water softener there. And so all the pipes come in through there. Well, he forgot to turn the heat lamp on. So he's put a heater and stuff out there so it doesn't, hurt us too much. So we don't have water right now. Yeah, pool noodles are awesome, aren't they? For the outside pipes, for our pipes out by the chicken house and those places we use that. So, part of, I guess, this fear of change. Let me see. Let water drip faucets. I like things status quo ever since I had Robin, and nothing has ever been status quo since. Isn't that the truth? Last Thursday night, we got 5 to 6 inches. I was outside from 2 a.m. till 4:30 shoveling. I decided to go out to shovel. The serene beauty is just what I needed. Aww. Yes. Positive change, like a better job or those kinds of things aren't what get me as much as all the other things. The change that you don't really have control over. And, there's that song that says the only thing that stays the same is that everything changes. It's a country song for those of you that don't know. Good morning, Nellie. How are you? Hi, Fonda. And I guess possibly it's the idea of the unknown of what's to follow when we have change going on in our lives. Maybe it's fear of failure, fear of rejection, more than the fear of the change itself. But we do have to accept that change is a factor in all of our lives. We don't really always get the choice to change or not change. I'm going to get a little closer to the fire. And really, I guess it's our reaction to change that determines whether we're going to allow it to have a positive effect on our lives or not. Yes, I agree. Hi, BJ. What a cool name you have. Awesome. That's a happy name. So for me, it was a matter of accepting that I have no control over some change, and that oh, my husband's out there walking in it. Please, God, don't let him fall. We cannot grow without change, but the uncertainty is not always comfortable. You hit the nail on the head right there. It's the fact that it's uncomfortable, and that being uncomfortable causes us to resist change, I believe. And it kind of puts us in a holding pattern when we don't accept the change and try to work with the change. And that is, it keeps us from moving forward in our journey. Misty, life would be no fun if we stay stagnant. We have to grow and change, develop, mature. Absolutely. Good morning, Suzanne and Jesse, in case he's home today. Hi, Nala. Welcome back, girl. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything is going A-okay for you. I'm guilty of wanting to stay within my comfort zone. And change makes me uncomfortable. And it's something that I have to really work at, really, is to have faith and confidence in myself that whatever the changes may be, I'm capable of handling them. And it's up to me, my reaction. And good morning, Dana Downs. How are you? Hi, Chris. Our change seems to come faster than when we were young. Ain't that the truth? And maybe that's part of it. You know, when you're younger and things change, it doesn't happen as often. So maybe it's a little bit easier for us to deal with. And really, change is something we just have to adapt to. When I went through a really horrible divorce, it was a divorce I did not want. It broke me. And I had to let go of our home. That change from having my own home and having to move in to my son's home, although there were no issues, no problems, they were very gracious and kind with me. That change could have destroyed me. You know, going from the normal life that we had built after the kids passed away, to now being alone after planning a future, you know, after 30 years, that's a massive change in your life. And I could have let it end me. But then something happened with me. I think I've told you guys that my thing that I always said to my children when they were not in my presence and when we had to, you know, when they went off with their friends or ministry or whatever it is they were doing, school, parties, things, I always said to them, remember who you are. And things like, when in doubt, don't, you know, those kinds of things is what I told them, so that they had that little reminder in the back of their mind that if something comes up, it doesn't alter who you are as a human being. React to it as who you are. And I had to remember that when like I explained, the house and all, I had to remember who I was at my core. And to be grateful that I had a home, that I was able to go and live with my son and his wife. And it wasn't what I wanted. It was a major change for me. I'm a nester, and so to not have my own nest was really difficult. Somehow, I found myself and remembered who I was and was grateful. Learned to be grateful for what I did have and for the time that I was able to be there in my son's home, which was about a year, and use that time wisely, working on myself, but also spending real time with them, dinners at the table, watching movies together, spending the time together that we wouldn't have had I not been able to be there in their home. So I had to, you know, get a grip. Let me see. Let me catch up with you guys. Ah, that's cute. That's funny, Misty. It's a good mom thing to say. I'm doing good, thank you. From Nala. How are you? Very busy at work. Start early and late home. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm doing very well as well. Thank you, Vicky. That's so sweet. My mom used to say that to me. Okay, I read that one. I'm guilty of not handling change well. Micah, you and me, girl. Kylene, my mom passed away 3 years ago and still having a hard time getting past it. I think wreath making is helping. I think if you have a creative part in your being, whenever you're going through something tough, and in particular loss of a loved one, creating beautiful things reminds you of the beauty of life, actually, in my opinion. I know being a creator helped me through. When my kids were killed in that accident, they were at, she was 2 weeks from 16, so I give her 16. I say 16 and 18 when they passed away. And it took a while to get, past the initial shock and absolute horror of it all, of course. But getting back to my creating, whatever it was at the time, helped. It gave me something beautiful to focus on instead of just the sad. So I think you're very smart to do that, Kylene. Colleen says, change is not easy, but having the support of family and friends like you, Deanna, and Jessica helps make the transition. Aw, thanks, Colleen. Good morning, beautiful Francis. I know you're freezing over there in Gonzales. We live a county apart, so. Karen Gallup. My theory is you don't have to like everything in life, but you have to live it. Deal the only way you know how. This too shall pass. Time changes everything. Isn't that the truth? Time does change everything. And simple changes most of us can handle. It's them big changes that can be so scary. Hi, Christina. How are you? Tom, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. So I think we just need to find that courage in ourselves to be able to cope with whatever the change is, but more importantly, not let us get stuck, because I want to see the rest of my story. My journey is important. It's the one gift that I was given, life, that I want to make the best of. And so I don't want to get stuck in anything. I want the ability to move forward. Donna. Change can often show your strength, absolutely, and build your self-worth that we often don't think we have or forget. Also often reminds you to rely on your higher power, whatever that might be. That's right, because he's always there. Always. Even in our darkest hour, he's there. And he wants to help us through. We just have to ask. Good morning, Melissa. Hi, Fredna. Yeah, well, I'm thankful for this fireplace, I'll tell you. We will. Good morning, Kim Weaver. How are you, beautiful? So, I get, like we talked about, it's our ability to adapt to change that's really important. I don't like it. And I think for me, it's a lot of fear of failure. The fear that, and I don't even like the word failure. I believe that failure is just an opportunity to get things right. But it's that fear of losing control of my circumstance or my situation when something major changes it, and then I have to regroup. I feel sorry for myself for a few days and then regroup, refresh, and move on. But still, when you have a loss that people can see, there's always goodness and support. But when you have a child that is a forever child, knowing that you have lost where you were headed in life, and and your child's life will never be what most lives will be afforded, that is loss that is so hard to deal with because there is not support for this. Bobby, I guess a lot of us don't even ever think of that. But you're absolutely right. And maybe those of us here need to make more of an effort to, at the very least, be understanding. They're right outside this fireplace scraping snow off shelves. So if you hear a bunch of noise, that's what it is. All that new technology. My coping skills have been challenged lately. Oh, Carrie, haven't they though? Everything you've been through. But girl, you are a rock star. You've taken care of everything for everybody during this loss, and you're an amazing human being. I'm proud to know you. I always look for a way to find a bit of sunshine. I'm so proud of you. It's the same with crafting, starting something, then deciding to grow. That's scary. The doubt I will be good enough. Good morning. Oh, thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Good morning, son. Be careful. Oh, funny. My granddaughter just walked in and said, do you want to build a snowman? You know. Same here, Bobby. I'm honored to be her friend as well. Kim, he's helping me because my husband fell Saturday on my icy driveway and broke his femur bone, and just now getting ready to have surgery. And I'm torn. I want to be with my husband, and I want to be with my husband. I need to be home because my mom has dementia and all of this weather. Oh, Kim, we need to keep you in our prayers still. That's a lot to deal with. Let me get one of my notepads out real quick.
I'm taking your gloves.
Okay.
We're going to go build a snowman and go downtown.
Okay, well, I'm still live with Coffee with Drea.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to go play in the snow.
Have fun. Y'all be careful, don't fall. Francis. An unsuccessful attempt is learning a way not to do something. Great things sometimes come from failed ideas. Absolutely. Hey, Annette King, how much snow have you had? Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Vicky. Hi, Charlene. Good morning. They're telling you to have fun. Also, I think it's important that we continue putting positive thoughts. Sometimes you get so busy trying to adapt that you don't even realize you're changing. That's true, Debbie. Wow, that's deep. Yes, right. Another piece of wood. Let me just pop this fire. I do need them to bring me another one, though. There we go. That'll help for the moment, right? One more little thing. And the thing is, we have to remind ourselves that we have the ability to adapt to whatever the change is. We have to remember, like in anything, our thoughts about who we are and what we can do either lift us up or drag us down. And I really don't want to be dragged down. I'd rather be lifted up. Look at that. Let's see. 20 inches in the Netherlands. Wow. Wow. Because if we, anything negative that we allow to hold us stuck in place keeps us from moving forward in our journey, and that allows our journey to become more of a struggle than it needs to be. It allows us to lose or to get back into the place of low self-esteem. I do struggle with that. I have to be reminded. Thankfully, I have Deanna, who is that friend that reminds you. She does. That reminds you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. Our snow is too fluffy to make snowmen. Thanks, Joan. How are you this morning? And you know, actually, if we allow change in our lives, we grow. Yeah, we do. Just like the changing of the seasons, which we don't get a whole lot of seasons here in Texas, too. Either cold or really, really hot. I'm doing great, Miss Georgie Lee. How are you this morning? Good morning, Melissa. How's the Buckeye State doing? You got this, Kim. I know you do. "19 degrees in Corpus." Oh my God. That's almost as bad as us having 11. Yes, Chris. We have to look at the cup as half full. Years and years ago, probably about 25, 30 years ago, I took part in some trainings, and one of the things was, the difference between a pessimist and optimist. The pessimist sees it as half empty, the optimist is half full. Well, I like being a pessimist. It's all full, all the time. And it also, there's a new little calf out there, covered in snow. If you look at it as full, all times, I don't know, it adds a little pep to your step. That's how we came up with it. Sort of like giving 100%, not 50%. That is what? Let's see. That is doing Ice Road Trucker Houston edition this week. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's bad. We are just wet and soggy. Thankfully, no ice or snow. It was 3 degrees here. Oh, it was, I think tonight we're supposed to get 2 degrees. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's warmer in a lot of places than it is here in Texas, but ours doesn't last, so we'll adjust. Let me see if there was. Oh wow, 3 hours. Micah, that's a good grandma. A negative 22 with wind chill. Goodness, Chris, where are you? I know it is crazy. We have 70s predicted. See, so for us it doesn't last. We have a light at the end of the tunnel. I thought I had written something really clever down, but I can't find it, so we don't get to talk about that. Hi, Teresa. We are staying warm, thank you. Hi, Julia. How are you, kiddo? -2. Crescent, good morning. I know my laundry basket always feels half full. It's funny, mine runneth over. I actually did catch up on laundry yesterday. It was a miracle. I should be thankful to the snow weather. Judy, a -19. Oh my God, here in the lower 48, that's just crazy. $40 and counting in New Jersey. That's unreal to me. Okay, so maybe part of learning to adapt to the change is remembering what we want to be known for. I want to be known for positivity and for choosing joy, even in the most difficult of circumstance. And so if that is true, then I need to remember that as I'm working through whatever change there may be. Wow. That's crazy, Sandra, that you're having to do all that. And personally, I don't want to keep my life in a holding pattern. I like the idea that tomorrow is another day. I'm catching up with y'all. Good morning, Mr. Jim. How are you this morning? We are going up out of the negative digits. That's a positive. Yes, it is. My grands have 50 wind chill a minute. North Dakota. Why? Why not, right? Look at you guys. I guess we should be thankful for the snow. Grateful for the beauty it brings. 8 inches, but drifts of 2 feet. I'm so done with this crapola. Good morning, Carla. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Like I said, I thought I had something brilliant written down here on my notepad, but I guess I did not. We do need to remember to make whatever blessings we have in our lives count. And how do we use those blessings even in times of change? Do we use those blessings to make a difference or not? Bobby, I've learned I'm only here for a short time, and finding God's purpose for my life was so important. And being kind and finding the good in all was my blessing. Yeah, that's tough, finding the good in all. Very well said, though. That's right. Well, we're going to have spring weather this weekend. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. The snow is beautiful. We got well over 36 inches on the ground. Another 12 inches. Sorry. On the way. The pugs love playing in. Oh, see? Such a positive attitude. I don't want to go, but I have to get the auto body shop. Someone hit my car 2 weeks ago. Before the snow. I hope they get to take care of that. It kills the bugs. There's the silver lining, right? Oh, hey, Lori Career. How are you? We will have a wonderful day. You as well. I'm sorry you have to be stuck at a body shop, but that's right. In the blink of an eye. And we just have to learn to be better adapters, not adopters. Michael, looking at changes, taking in my 2 grands again for the next few months, adapting to virtual schooling when no school this week. And let's see, having them here full-time again, looking forward to spring. 50s first of the week. Well, 50s are great. Yeah, Jimmy, you better be safe this week. And best, I know you're going to have the best of times there at the Women's Survivor Show. I haven't seen or heard about the snow in Memphis. Was it really bad? Francis, that is true, and it constantly seems to do that. But I believe without change, I'm not doing His will, but mine. Yes. If you have lost loved ones, you are honoring them to lead a happy, joyful life. That's my mantra, Judy. Absolutely. And that's where Choose Joy comes from. Because it might be so much easier when we lose a loved one to curl up in a ball in a chair and allow ourselves to be miserable for too long and forget to live our own lives and pay honor to them by being happy, which is what they would want us to do. Good morning, Peggy. I hope you're doing well there in Florida. Wow, Chris, that's a bunch. You have been blessed. 10 grands and 7 great-grands. I always think that when we have mild winters, it feels nice, but I know the bugs will be bad when the weather is cold. Less bugs. We might need Grammy and Ampy to help us out this week. That's my bonus son, Rob. We're here for you. Except, I hope you know, I'm headed out of state this week. But we'll be glad to help you out. Jim, Scotty and I look at each day as a new adventure, another chapter in our story. Absolutely. And if you stay stagnant too long, you might be making the chapter you're in too long, which would take away from the new chapter, which hopefully would be a positive chapter in your life. So, your talks are always so peaceful. Outside, the birds singing, cows mooing, and now inside, fire crackling. Love it. Of course, the encouraging words from everyone is great. That's my favorite part, is all of you guys being so encouraging. By the way, Rob is saying that because his husband slipped and fell yesterday morning and broke his leg in 2 places. And they have a 2-year-old. Yeah. So, and they still have to work. It's the thing about when you own your own business, you can't just take time off. You think you'd be able to. Let's see. I have to go, but you are such an inspiration. Oh, thanks, Kim. Can't wait for you to finish that centerpiece. Good morning, Gail. Julia, I allow myself 2 days a year to be sad about the loss of my dad. Aw, that's good. And that's the thing about grief or whatever it is in our lives. We get to determine it. Other people don't. So that's where our power comes in. Our power to be able to make our decisions for ourselves and to grieve our way. April will make 21 years since my children passed away. They would both be right at 40 years old. That's crazy. But the grief is still there, but it's mine. And I get to grieve my way. And there's some solace in that, knowing that if I need a day or two to just feel sad, it's okay. But I have to pick myself back up and move on and choose joy for myself and my other children. Yeah, we don't have water, but we got power over here, Rob. Yeah, it's Jamie, Jim that fell. I'm gonna call Rob out. It's kind of weird because Rob's usually the one. I mean, he had to have knee surgery, had back issues, so Rob's usually the one that has something to heal from. So this is interesting. We'll see how this goes. Yes, I am too. I can't imagine. Poor guy. He's in a temporary cast. They have to let the swelling go down, and then he can go to the doctor, ortho, and figure out what they need to do. I'll know who you meant no matter how you spelled it, Jim. Jim has met them. I still make wreaths, Luann says, but this year I pivoted my business to my painting since it is my first love. Times like these make you rethink and make changes if needed. Absolutely. And isn't that been kind of, if you got to find a silver lining in all this COVID mess, is that a lot of us have had to do some self-reflection and make changes because, I mean, talk about change. COVID is a big change for all of us. Oh, have a great day, Chris. And that, I think those of us that are creative are very blessed that way because we have that outlet for when times are tough, that outlet to create and make beautiful things, whatever our talent is, whatever our gifts are. And it just, I don't know, makes the world a brighter place. Thank you, Joyce. I pray that too for them. I remember growing up on the farm, we filled the tub, buckets, and other containers so we could flush, cook. Oh, flush, cook, etc. I didn't see the comma. I was like, oh my God, what's flush cook? Yes, yes. And I grew up in southern Louisiana, and so we very often, you know, as hurricanes started, we filled tubs, sinks, everything with water as well. We didn't do that this time. I hope it doesn't become necessary. We are doing great, Linda. I hope you are too. We're all thawing out a little bit. We got beautiful snow here. It makes everything so fresh and new looking. I just don't want to be out there in it. Right, Jim? You are a great hugger. It's tough for huggers right now during the COVID. Right, Bobby?
It keeps appearing in my laundry.
What is it?
Huh?
Were you talking to me? Oh, no. Never mind.
I was talking to her.
Okay. Good morning, Kathy Art. How are you? Good morning, Cherie. How are you? Yeah, it's been a tough year, and I mean, haven't we all had to deal with some serious changes this year? And I think we're shining through. I think the majority of us, I mean, you've always got those, you know, negative people, but I think the majority of us have come through this better people, more understanding, more compassionate, more appreciative of what we do have. I know that I have looked around at some of the things that I have, like in my studio and stuff, and I thought, this is horrid. Nobody needs this much. So it has made me look at that differently too, and make plans to get rid of, destash, and simplify my life, which is what I wanted to do all along. But sometimes it takes something to smack you upside the head and say, girl. And so that's what I've been doing. Oh, Regina. She's at peace. And that would be from declutter. You know, there's a lot of things that I have kept thinking, oh, I'll need that later. Or I have clothes 4 sizes too big, 2 sizes too big. Why? Why keep them? I actually have clothes, you know, 2 or 3 sizes too small sitting in the closet. Why? I don't know. Make them go away. So that's what I'm doing, little by little, but it's getting there. Let's see. A side benefit of doing family histories is to know how thankful I am for living in times. The times we do, in spite of its challenges it has given me. Yet at the same time, learn from the strength my ancestors had to push through pain and loss. Absolutely. Francis, we didn't freeze often, but did fill containers during hurricane season. Breaking up ice in kettle water troughs was so cold. Yes, it is. We got to do that. Our pool froze, by the way. Here's a happy change story. They canceled a night to shine for special needs adults this year. So Ashley this Thursday is doing a special one just for Robin, doing her hair, nails, gown, music. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's a joy. Do you have supplies at home so you can create your magic when stuff? Yes, I do. I have some. I have a tendency to take them all up to the warehouse, to my, you know, design area there. But I do have some here. I do. And really here is where I would like to do my sewing and quilting, which I have not made time for. That's a goal as well. I am blessed with local following and my sales are still good. My husband will deliver. I have done live sales and they were good, but the local sales have kept me afloat. That's awesome. You know, my Etsy is blown up. We have so much shipping to do tomorrow. That's amazing, Luann. Right? I should just send it to you, Janet. I wish I knew how to move some of my ribbon and little mesh I have. Bobby, you might be getting a message from me. Um, I think too, we've all become more generous. And Francis reminded me of that just now. We've become more willing to give. I'm watching the wind blow the snow. Crazy. Jane is in Ireland, Francis. So if you want to send her some things, get them to me and I'll ship them with our things. It's very expensive. I'm looking for everyone has it. I can't find it anywhere. Linda, send me a picture of it. And I will see what I can do. Small town, big family helps when you were raised here and everyone knows you and what you do. That's true. Sometimes that can be a problem, though. I'm going to be. Silent prayer for my family. Absolutely. Let me get you written down here. Michelle Joseph. Silent prayer. And that's the beauty of prayer. We don't have to know the details. Okay. Well, you guys, I'm going to deal with this weather change that I have no control over. Yeah, Susan, I'm going to do some of that too. I'm just going to see what exactly they're willing to take. Francis, you crack me up, kid. Kid, lady. So, I guess we've all proven this last year with all the madness in all the world and in our country here in the U.S. that we can adapt to change. Sometimes change is good, and when change is not good, that's okay. We can still adapt to it and find the silver lining in it. Find what it is we can do to adapt and to prove who we are at the core. I will. Thank you so much. I will be extremely careful. And thankfully, when we are traveling, it looks like, based on weather forecasts, which hopefully they're at least close to right, our drive will be normal. Won't be any of this crazy winter storm stuff going on. Good morning, Maddie. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Rosa. Let's pray for Rosa's sister. She just lost her husband. All right. We will do that. Got it. We will, and I will be live with you next Monday. I will be coming live from the lodge in Montana. I have Montana on the brain today, apparently, in Tennessee. And maybe we'll have a special guest or two. We'll see if they haven't all taken off and gone shopping or whatever that morning. So we will see you next Monday morning at 10 Central. I hope I have my time right. It might be Mountain Time there. That's okay, I'll adjust. No, I think it's still Central. Anyway, I'll figure that out. So I will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time for Coffee with Drea from the mountains of Tennessee with a few special guests. I will do so, Bobby. We are being COVID safe there. We have around 20 of us in a lodge that fits 60 people. So I think we'll be able to socially distance easily. Oh, thank you, Vicki. That's really sweet. Thank you. So we'll be good. We will travel safely. Thank you all for that. If you're in my group, the private paid group, I will see you guys at 4 today. And I'll try to come on live sometime during the week and do a creative here on the main page. There's bad weather and things that would stop me and preparing for the trip. I will come live from the journey. And then Friday afternoon, probably around 4-ish, I will be live from Sandy's store, General Wholesale. And we'll hang out then. Y'all have a blessed week. Don't be afraid of change. You got this. Remember who you are. Never give up your power. That's the power to be that authentic you that can handle change. Be that amazing person you were meant to be. Yes, everyone, please stay warm, stay safe. If you don't have to step out there in that ice and snow, don't even try. Be safe. We old people don't need to be breaking no bones, for sure. And I would love it for you and for the world if you would always, always, always choose joy, y'all. Bye. Thank you for joining me.